The birth of Jesus Christ is a pivotal event in Christian theology, marking the incarnation of the Son of God and the beginning of the redemptive narrative that lies at the heart of Christianity. While the Bible provides detailed accounts of the circumstances surrounding Jesus' birth, including narratives in the Gospel of Matthew and the Gospel of Luke, it does not specify the exact month or date of this momentous event. The absence of a precise date has led to centuries of speculation, debate, and interpretation among scholars, theologians, and believers. The Gospel of Matthew, in chapters 1 and 2, offers insights into the events leading up to and following Jesus' birth. The narrative begins with the angelic announcement to Joseph, informing him of Mary's miraculous conception through the Holy Spirit. Joseph is instructed to name the child Jesus, and the passage emphasizes the fulfillment of the prophecy from Isaiah regarding the virgin birth. The Gospel of Matthew also introduces the Magi, or wise men, who come from the east to worship the newborn king after following the Star of Bethlehem. King Herod's role in the story adds a political dimension, as he inquires about the location of the child to secure his own reign. The Magi's visit and subsequent flight to Egypt to escape Herod's massacre contribute to the intricate tapestry of Matthew's account. Similarly, the Gospel of Luke, in chapters 1 and 2, provides a detailed narrative of the events surrounding Jesus' birth from a different perspective. The angel Gabriel appears to Mary, announcing the miraculous conception and birth of the Son of God. Mary's visit to Elizabeth, her relative and the mother of John the Baptist, is depicted, along with Mary's hymn of praise, known as the Magnificat. Luke narrates the birth of Jesus in Bethlehem, the angelic announcement to the shepherds, and their subsequent visit to the manger. The juxtaposition of the humble shepherds with the royal Magi highlights the universal significance of Jesus' birth, extending its impact to both the lowly and the wise. Despite the richness of these narratives, neither Matthew nor Luke provides a specific date for Jesus' birth. The Gospel writers were more concerned with conveying the theological and salvific implications of the Incarnation, rather than establishing a precise chronological record. This lack of specificity has given rise to various theories and interpretations regarding the possible timing of Jesus' birth. One clue found in the Gospel of Luke has sparked considerable speculation. In Luke, it is mentioned that there were shepherds in the fields, keeping watch over their flocks at night when the angelic announcement occurred. This detail has led some scholars to propose that Jesus might have been born during the spring or summer when shepherds typically kept their flocks in the open field. The colder winter months would necessitate bringing the flocks closer to shelters. While this reasoning has merit, it does not provide a definitive answer, as climatic conditions and grazing patterns could vary. Conversely, the Gospel of Matthew introduces the Magi and the Star of Bethlehem as significant elements of the birth narrative. Some scholars have explored astronomical explanations, suggesting that a conjunction of planets or a supernova could have been the basis for the Star of Bethlehem. By identifying specific celestial events that occurred around the estimated time of Jesus' birth, these scholars attempt to pinpoint a more precise time frame. However, astronomical theories also face challenges, including the difficulty of aligning historical records with astronomical events and reconciling different interpretations. Historical context adds another layer to the discussion. Luke's Gospel mentions a census decreed by the Roman Emperor Augustus, prompting Joseph and Mary to travel to Bethlehem. Scholars have attempted to correlate this census with known historical events to establish a likely time frame for Jesus' birth. However, historical records of such censuses are not always clear, and different interpretations exist. The challenge lies in reconciling biblical narratives with historical documentation from the time of the Roman Empire. The absence of a specific date in the biblical accounts did not deter early Christians from commemorating the birth of Jesus. By the 4th century, the celebration of Christmas on December 25 had gained prominence. The Roman Emperor Constantine officially recognized this date in 336 AD, solidifying its place in Christian tradition. However, the selection of December 2005 is not explicitly based on biblical evidence, but rather reflects a strategic choice to coincide with existing pagan festivals celebrating the winter solstice. By adopting and transforming these festive traditions, Christians redirected the cultural and religious significance of the season toward the commemoration of Jesus' birth. Over time, Christmas evolved into a multifaceted cultural and religious observance, incorporating a wide range of customs, traditions, and festivities. The nativity scene, the singing of carols, the exchange of gifts, and the decoration of Christmas trees are just a few examples of the diverse practices associated with Christmas. While these traditions hold deep cultural significance, it is essential to recognize that their origins are diverse and often extend beyond the biblical narratives of Jesus' birth. In conclusion, the exact month of Jesus Christ's birth remains elusive due to the lack of specific information in the biblical accounts. The gospel narratives offer valuable insights into the circumstances surrounding Jesus' birth, emphasizing its theological and redemptive significance. Scholars and theologians have explored various clues, including the presence of shepherds in the fields and the appearance of the Star of Bethlehem, to speculate on the possible timing of Jesus' birth. Historical context, including the census decreed by Emperor Augustus, has further contributed to the complexity of the discussion. The celebration of Christmas on December 25, while widely accepted in Christian traditions, is not directly tied to a specific biblical date, but reflects the early church's strategic adoption of existing cultural practices. Despite the uncertainty surrounding the timing, the essence of Christmas lies in the profound theological implications of the Incarnation. The belief that God entered the world in human form to bring salvation and reconciliation to humanity.